positive energy all the time. Here for another one. This is pretty much unexpected. I wasn't thinking I would have to do this, but I ran across some information and I wanted to my subscribers and my viewers to know about this information. I have thrown away a lot of salt over the years, especially over the last 2 years. I have thrown away a lot of salt because I keep upgrading my salt. So I thought. So I was always looking for a better quality of salt. And if you watch some of my older presentations, you will see me give advice for salt. And unfortunately, although those salts are halfway decent, uh, there's a problem with lead contamination in a lot of the various brands of salt. And so I had to do some intense research to try to find out what's the cleanest salt. Can we find salt without lead? And this information is not made available. So a lot of times when you're seeing presentations on salt, they don't really mention this. And so I've upgraded salt a few times only to find out there's lead contamination problems. So the salt has to be thoroughly tested. And in some cases, where the salt is gathered from automatically is a problem. So this is going to be quick and fast, but I wanted to make sure this was documented for my viewers. So when you are trying to find the best salt, you will be able to do that. And so I have found so far 4 brands of salt that it's said are lead free. The first brand is called Diamond Crystal. Diamond Crystal is considered to be a great brand of salt that does not contain lead and has been thoroughly tested. Another brand of salt that has been thoroughly tested, that it's said by people that are in the business, it doesn't have any lead contamination, is Malden sea salt flakes. Malden sea salt flakes is considered a good salt to use that is said by people in the business that it does not contain lead. Also, Jacobson Salt Company, pure flake sea salt, is reported to not contain lead. And lastly, Crucial for M salt is said to not contain lead. So I had to throw my salt out. I had a salt that I was considered a good salt. It was said it was a great salt, but it kind of left information out about the lead. I had one salt already I scored, which was the Crucial for M salt. This salt I had purchased, I would say about maybe 2 months now. This salt, according to sources, does not have lead. Now, this salt, I was just using this a little bit because it's not a lot. It's kind of it's a nice ass salt, like a rock salt. It's artisanal sea salt packed with minerals to replenish, restore, and fuel your body's natural balance. So I would usually take this and put a little bit on my tongue, and I wouldn't cook with it, but I would use it in cases like sprinkle a little bit on my avocado. I would make sure that I would get it into my body because it is like a mineral salt, and I wanted to make sure I didn't cook any of the minerals out. It says harvested from the pristine waters of Iceland. This mineral rich salt is crafted using 100% geothermal energy, preserving its purity and potency, naturally dense in magnesium, potassium, and trace minerals. It helps support hydration, adrenal balance, immune function, and allergy response. With its delicate crystals and briny taste, this artesian salt is as pure as the ocean it comes from, one of the cleanest in the world. So I would imagine that's why this one doesn't contain lead, because it's taken from one of the cleanest oceans in the world. So this is a great salt to get. And, good. Sometimes you just put a little bit on your tongue and then, drink some water to get it into your body. You definitely need the minerals from this salt, but you need iodine, and this salt doesn't have iodine. We'll get to that. But I needed to buy a salt to cook with. So between this salt, and this salt, I chose the Diamond Crystal Salt Company. It's a lot in here. I'm going to pour it in some jars and keep it in a dry place. I'm going to put it in some jars. I'm going to put the jars in some boxes to ensure that if I'm cooking or if there's any steam, that there's enough barriers so it won't get any moisture. And this is considered one of the top salts used by chefs. So this is considered a very kosher salt used by the top chefs in the world. And there's a lot, I didn't know it was this much, but this is the one as I did my research, and this is the one I used. Kosher salt flakes. And according to all my research, this does not have any lead in it. So this is the one I chose. So I have two salts. The Crucial for M salt that doesn't have any lead, and the Diamond Crystal salt that doesn't contain any lead. Like I said, with this one, I don't really cook with this one. I use this to garnish mostly something when I'm eating raw. I will cook with this one for seasoning, and this one I would strictly use for mineral purposes to get the minerals from this salt into my body. Okay, I just wanted to update you all on that information. Now, iodine is not in any of these salts, and iodine is essential for making thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolism, growth, and development. These hormones are crucial for energy production, brain and bone development in infants, and maintain a healthy metabolic rate. The body cannot produce iodine, so it must be obtained from food or supplements. Okay? And so, what I got first off, my vitamins do contain iodine. So, I am getting iodine in my multiple vitamins from Garden Life. But I also take a supplement that I just recently got, Jim Crow's. And this ensures that I get enough iodine. And what I do is I just put a drop of, some of this in a small bit of water and drink it down. Okay, so follow the instructions if you order this. Use your dropper, take the dropper, put it in a glass of water, and this will make absolutely sure you're getting enough iodine into your body. J. Crow's Lugel's Solution 2%. Okay. What iodine does for the body: it supports thyroid hormone production. The thyroid gland in your neck uses iodine to create hormones that control a wide range of bodily function. Regulates metabolism. Thyroid hormones made with iodine control your metabolic rate, which is how your body converts food into energy. Promotes growth and development. Iodine is critical for healthy bone and brain development, especially during pregnancy and infancy. Controls growth and repairs cells. It helps manage the growth of body tissue and repair of damaged cells. Protects against goiters. Adequate iodine intake helps prevent a goiter, which is an enlargement of the thyroid gland that can occur from iodine deficiency. Yes, you can get iodine from plants, but the amount varies widely depending on the soil they were grown in. The best plant based sources include seaweed like nori, kelp, and dulse, which is very rich in iodine, and iodized salt. Other plants, like some fruits like strawberry and vegetables like green beans and grains, contain some iodine, but amounts can be inconsistent. Fortified foods such as certain plant based milks are also an option. Now, here's the problem: many of the seaweeds and kelps, because the ocean is polluted, also contain lead. So, this is why I bought the iodine supplement, because when immediately I looked up a way to make sure I can get iodine. And yes, the ocean is messed up, unfortunately, many of them. And so it's a fight to not get any lead in different products you use. You can imagine what's going on with this seafood, right? Horrible situation when we don't take care of the planet. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And so you can get some iodine from plants. So it would be good to, you know, make sure you get a variety of food when you're eating sea vegetables. But as I said, the sea vegetables might also contain iodine. The oceans are polluted, right? A baked potato, dried prunes, corn, pink Himalayan salt, baked potato, dried prunes, navy beans. So, sea vegetables, strawberries, cranberries, navy beans, pink Himalayan salt, baked potato, dried prunes, and corn have some iodine. Be careful with the sea vegetables because the sea vegetables still may contain lead. That's why I had to buy uh, the drops to try to avoid the lead contamination. You can get some iodine from cranberries. The potato skins got iodine in it. Navy beans, strawberries, corn, prunes, bananas, green beans, kelp, which is also in the ocean. So a lot of the kelp and stuff like that could be contaminated. The dulse, we have to really look into the dulse. We really have to look into the sea moss. We have to look into all these things in the ocean for lead contamination, which is sad. Sad. So that's why a lot of the sea salts aren't what we thought they are. So as you can see, It's a fight to be healthy. Now we have one thing on our side is the fruits and vegetables do clean the body. So there is things to eat that will help eliminate heavy metals in the system. That's the good thing. That the body is designed to clean itself, and there's things that will help strip the metals back out the system. I'll talk about that in a couple days. But I just wanted to give you all a quick uh, talk and quick information so you could change your salt intake and make sure you're not buying any salt that contains lead, which a lot of them do. So once again, grab these. Get the diamond crystal, get the Malden, get the Jacobson salt from Jacobson Salt Company, and you can get the Crucial 4M salt, right? But if you cook a lot, got a big family, I would advise you to get this one. This is the bang for your buck. This is what a lot of your top chefs in the world use. This salt right here. I didn't know it was this much. I'm going to put it in some jars. I'm going to put the jars in some boxes, and I'm going to pour some rice in the bottom of the boxes to make sure there's no moisture until I get to the jars. And this will give me enough salt to use in probably 2 jars. So this is enough salt to last you for a while, right? So I would advise this one. I did my research. This was the one chosen by most of your best chefs in the world. Use diamond crystal. Okay. This is for the gourmets use, right? See? The salt by chefs. So this is the one that I would get. I threw my other salts away. They were good salts, but there's a problem with lead contamination. And a lot of salts haven't been third party tested or, tested. So these have been tested thoroughly. Okay? These have been tested. Diamond Crystal, Maldon, and Jacobson. Also, the Crucial 4M salt, which comes from a very clean ocean and is well tested. And this one is really great. Like I say, this is the one, if you're eating raw, I would use this one to ensure it gets in your body. You don't cook it down too much. So like avocado or something you want to sprinkle it on, or like I say, this is a good one to just take a pinch and put on your tongue. And this is a good one to just put on your tongue to make sure you get the minerals out of here. So this is mineral salt, okay? This is mineral salt. So this will restore and fuel your body with natural balance. This is a great, great salt right here. Naturally dense magnesium, potassium, and trace minerals. Okay, especially ladies. Ladies, you have babies. Once you have a baby, that child has stripped things out of your body that you're going to have to be putting back into your body because you've been storing up those minerals until you get pregnant. You might get pregnant in your 20s. 20 years of storing up minerals, and then the baby comes and takes a lot of them to make their bone, their blood, their body. All right. And then women, you have that time of the month. So you're losing minerals every month. So this is great, ladies. You shouldn't be eating much salt anyway. You should be, and if you got this, maybe in your glove compartment, or maybe a little bit in a little glass jar in your purse, and you do go, you want to get a little snack, you get some no salt chips, won't kill you every now and then. You get some nuts with no salt. Bam! Take a little of this, sprinkle it in there, shake it up, and salt them yourself with minerals. So that's what I like about this one. I can put it, if I got some nuts, I can mix a little bit of this with it. And it's really great, like things like avocado, a light salad. I might want to just sprinkle a little bit on my salad. You know what I'm saying? Just to add more nutritional value. Okay. And don't forget to get you an iodine that you can take to ensure you have the iodine in your system. This is a good one. This is the one a lot of preppers and people that are survivors, they uh, they use this, right? It's very strong, so cut it with water. I made a mistake and put some in my mouth yesterday. It was super duper 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 strong. I'd never do that again. Or put in some juice or put in some water. It's surely that. And as you know, there's another iodine you have to get in case of a nuclear situation. We'll talk about that again because you have to protect your glands, right? But this is the one you'll take daily. And it also, there is iodine in my multiple vitamins. So I'm sure I'm not deficient because I take my multiple vitamins regularly. They're one a day, but I don't take them every day. But I definitely take them every week. So I might take them twice a week, 3 times a week. Right now, with me bodybuilding, I might take them 5 times a week, sometimes 7, because I'm really trying to work out and I need all the vitamins and minerals I can get. I really didn't want to come and tell you all to throw your salt out. I just threw some more salt out. I cannot believe it. The salt I just threw out replaced some other salt I threw out. I thought I had upgraded and got a better salt, and come to find out it's a great salt, but it might have lead contamination. So it took me a long time yesterday to find this information. Y'all had to search deep, and this is what I came up with. Diamond Crystal, Maldon, and Jacobson Salt Company, and also Crucial for M Salt. These are the ones that pass the test. So those are the salts you want to get. If you bought other salts I told you about in the past, my bad, I bought them too. It won't necessarily kill you. Your body will get it out, but you just don't want to keep putting them small amounts of lead into your body. You never know, it might not be much, but a lot of those salts aren't thoroughly tested, and these salts are thoroughly tested. Okay? So take care of yourself, eat right, and live life. Go vegan and victory.